Hello, 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 Wonder Women. I'm coming to you live from the bathroom. 2 nights in a row now. I'm doing well. Hi, Gracie. So I'm coming to you guys live from the bathroom again. And I'm flashing you guys. I'm really sorry. Really sorry. I had to come in here and lock the door. I tried to go into like 4 different rooms and the kids just followed me and were louder than even before. And so I was like, okay, into the bathroom we go. And I'm gonna lock the door. So that's where I'm at right now. Hello, hello. I'm gonna give people a couple minutes to jump on. Feel free to say hey. Tell me about your day. Tell me how you're doing while we wait for some people to jump on. Now I'm getting low connection. Oh, Christ. My kids are downstairs screaming. You know, just a typical day. Hello! Just a typical day in the Fox household. All right, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. Oh, nice. Yes, so far they haven't figured that out. However, we do have child locks on like probably 80% of the doors in our house because they've figured out how to open all of them. And they lock us out of them a lot too. Let me see. I keep like losing connection. Is it working? Am I freezing? What's happening? What's happening right now? My phone's going crazy. I might have to go out of the bathroom, guys. Can you guys tell me if I keep freezing? It's hot in the bathroom, guys. It's hot. It's happening. God. God bless us all, right? Parenting. That's what it is. Okay, hopefully we're a little bit better. I'm leaning on my counter, which is filled with, and by my counter, I'm in the kids' bathroom. So it's filled with like, I don't even know what is on it. So I'm gonna have to probably burn my clothes after I'm done with this. It's still doing the same thing. All right, let me go. Hey, Nicole, I'm gonna go into a different room. Oh God, that was really loud. Now they're gonna hear me. Hold on. Please hold. Please hold. I'm in the dark. I'm in the dark. All right, I'm going into Carter's room. It's going to be the worst lighting in the whole planet, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, this should be, I'm hoping this is better. I'm hoping this is better for you guys. All right. So like I said, my lighting won't be the best, but I'm here. That's all that matters. Okay, so let's talk about 30-minute parties. I think the main thing that we were talking about was how the 30-minute party, the original like training video, hey Jasmine, was so long. Like to explain the 30-minute party took her like an hour and a half. So we're going to condense that. We're going to condense it into about 15 minutes because it didn't need to be that long. But lucky for all of you, I watched the whole hour and a half. So I have all the information for you, just condensed. Condensed. So here's how I go about this. First thing I did was I had posted on Facebook because to me this is like a new party technique. I've gone through, I don't know about you guys, but I've gone through a good batch of my like friends, family, what have you in 2 years to do parties because that's what happens. And so you build from there, but only so many people are willing to have parties for you. So how I kind of worded this was I went onto Facebook and I just posted a status. Something about like, I need a couple of guinea pigs. Well, people thought that I actually meant guinea pigs, so you probably want to go a different route than that. But that I needed a couple of people to test out a new format and that there would be something in it for them. So you don't have to do that. That's totally just on me. I have a ridiculous amount of Ycash and I am not above bribing anybody to do anything. My children, my coworkers, whatever I have to do. So I was offering for people to help me out with this. I was offering them an Epic mascara. This was before convention, so I had no idea that like we were going to get waterproof or brown or any of that. So when people would comment, I would say, I'll send you a message. Thanks so much for your interest. So when I message them, I would send them a message and just say, hey, so I'm testing out this really cool new format that I watched a training on, and it's the 30-minute makeup party. So, and I'll say it's a party because that's kind of what it is. Like, I'm not going to lie to them, you know? So these are people that have they've been customers before, and they have probably had a week-long party for me before. Some of them have not. But I'll say, okay, I'll throw in an epic mascara if you're willing to do this. It's not a ton of commitment on your part. All I do is set up an event. You invite your friends. I'll post a couple of times over like a day and a half period. And then I'm going to go live at night, whatever night you choose. I'm going to do a 30-minute makeup tutorial. And if people buy something, great. Then you get freebies. If not, you still get the mascara that I'm offering you. So most of the people were like, okay, I'm down. Let's do it. 30 minutes, makeup tutorial, I'm in. So once you get your hostess, what I do is I set up an event page. This is so, so important, guys. Ever since Facebook changed how groups are run, so now when you add somebody to a group, they aren't necessarily just added. You have to kind of accept the invite. So with the event, they're going to get a notification that says you've been invited to an event. People are going to be much more likely to check that because we get added to groups all the freaking time. I mean, I was probably added to 6 today. So you have to click that you want to be added to that group. But for an event, you're going to be like, oh, I was invited to a party. I'm going to check that out. And I call them 30-minute makeup 101s. So it's like I just did one for my friend Kelly Rose. So I said Kelly Rose's Makeup 101, 30-minute makeup 101. That's all I call it. I don't call it a party. I do with, yeah, exactly. LuLaRoe is totally to blame. But you know, I was guilty of that too. So, I call it a 30-minute makeup 101. I don't call it a 30-minute makeup party when I'm setting up the event, just because people see party and they're like, well, shit, I'm not going to another party. But when they say, hey, somebody's going to come on and do a makeup tutorial for us and teach us some valuable information for 30 minutes, yeah, I'll check that out. Because what people aren't telling you, people are secretly obsessed with watching makeup tutorials. I'm guilty of it. I'll bet a bunch of you are guilty of it. I love going onto YouTube and just finding new content. Like, have you guys ever just jumped onto YouTube and typed in, like, how to do a smoky eye and just got caught in, like, this crazy, hey, Mom, got caught in this crazy, like, downward spiral of YouTube videos? I feel like we've all done that. People love to watch makeup tutorials. So that's how I phrase this. And I'm happy to, after this is over, I'm going to give you in the comments, I'll put in like my wording, what it is that I put in the event, etc. Yeah, exactly. See, Ashley, I know I'm not alone. And if you guys say you don't, I'm going to think you're lying. I'm going to think you're all lying. So anyway, after I set up the event, exactly. After I set up the event, what I do is I message, text, whatever you're comfortable with, my hostess, and I will say to them, hey, your event is set up. Feel free to invite your friends. Try to keep it to 50 and under. That is key. This is supposed to be a very intimate invite, so people feel special when they come to it. It's not like some mass. I mean, how many times have you been added to a mass group and you're like, well, there's 600 people in here? Like, it makes it less authentic. So I say, please keep it to 50 or less. Do they always do that? No, but they keep it under 100 when they do that. And when I was doing the week-long parties, they were adding like 300 of their closest friends. So it makes it more authentic. So then the goal from there is to get anywhere from, I would say, like 10, maybe 15 people to RSVP yes. When you RSVP, or when they RSVP, I should say, they start to get notifications from your event page. So you want them to, do not come in here. Can you just give me like 10 minutes? Oh, for the love of God. 10 minutes is like asking for $1 million. So that's the goal. The goal is to get like 15 people in there, 15 people to say that they're going to attend the event. So during the week, what I do is I usually that night I will post a like, hey, how are you? I usually post either like a good glam shot of myself that shows like fabulous makeup, or I'll post mom life, or I'll post like a funny picture of me like in my sparkly blue cowboy hat, like something attention grabbing that's gonna make them stop and say, who the hell? Like, oh wow, she has really fabulous lashes, or what the hell is on her head? Like those are the two things that I kind of go for. So I post that, I say who I am, and tell them a little bit about yourself. Tell them that you are, I'm a mom of 3 boys. This is my girl time. I really love makeup, but I also love glitter and dinosaurs, like whatever. See, they're already crying. Jesus Christ. So Lord help us all. I'm going to start drinking soon. So I tell them a little bit about myself, and then I'll say, tell me a little bit about yourself. Try and make everything interactive. So then the following day, usually in the morning, so that was 2 days before the event. So if you're having something on Thursday, then on Tuesday is when you want to start the group, Tuesday night, or the event page, I'm sorry. On Tuesday evening, you want to start it. On Wednesday morning, I will then post like a funny meme that's about makeup, or maybe I'll ask them a question about themselves, like something interactive and silly. And then that night, sometime around like happy hour, because I usually do these, it's up to the hostess, but I usually do these between like 8 and 9:30, somewhere in there. My hostesses generally want to do like 9:30. That's when the kids are to bed, but it depends on them. So that evening, like happy hour time, I'll say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see you guys in a couple of hours. I hope that you'll join us, and just kind of keep them. And then I'll do something like 15 minutes before. Hey, 15-minute warning. Now here's the key. In those posts, you're going to say, I'm going to do a 30-minute tutorial. And at the end of that tutorial, anybody who has commented or entered the video is going to be entered to win a prize, because that'll keep them there. And I'm talking, guys, you can give away a pencil sharpener if you want to. It doesn't matter. Know what I do? I go onto Amazon and I buy a bunch of color switches for $5 a piece. Those are my giveaways. Or they have like makeup cleaning mats, the ones that stick into your sink. And you can use that and give that away as a gift to somebody. So at the end, I usually do it the next day, just because that night I'm like, meh, feel like doing it. So you offer them a prize if they come. Now, if you're seeing the day before that people are not RSVPing, like I said, I will drop wording in the comments, because I don't think there's any reason for me to spout it off for you. But you're going to have your hostess go to the people that she has invited, and she's going to go through Messenger and say, hey, I hope that you saw, but I'm having this really cool format, 30-minute makeup 101. My friend Dee is going to do a makeup tutorial on a neutral look, because spoiler alert, when you ask them what kind of look they want to do, they're all going to want to see brown. So just prepare for that. It kills me inside every single time, but it sells shit. So just go with it. She's going to do a really great tutorial and show us some cool makeup tips and tricks. So just, if you want to come hang out, just say that you're going to come to the event. Usually you'll get a few more people at that point. So if you have 5 to 10 people, think of it this way. When you're doing a week-long party, let's say they invited 200 people. How many of those, hey guys, how many of those people are actually reading your posts? Not the people who've seen it, actually reading and responding. Little to none. Little to none. I wasn't getting any interaction in my parties. So that evening, like I said, you're going to talk to your hostess and see what she thinks will resonate best with her group of people that she has invited that are attending. And that's the kind of look you're going to do. Generally, it's going to be a palette 1, or maybe a cream shadow with like neutral colors, neutral color splash liquid lipstick, or maybe a regular lipstick. Keep it super basic. This is 30 minutes. Now you're going to want to do coverage, bronzer contour, some blush, that kind of thing. So keep it as basic as possible so that so that you can get through it in 30 minutes. You don't want to be on for an hour, because the people will stop watching. They'll stop watching. The other thing, be you. Be authentic. I just had somebody sign up from one of these parties because she was like, man, you came on there and you're like, well, I'm not a makeup artist, so I'm going to go ahead and put this concealer on with my finger because I'm a professional. because that's really what I do. That's what I do. I'm not a makeup professional. So I'm just a mom trying to make it through the day, you know? So, I host the event. I host the event or that live that night. And after the live, I will say, you know, I will drop the link. Here's the link to Kelly Rose's event. If there was anything you saw that you were interested in, please let me know. I'm here to color match. You know, I never sleep, so I'll be awake until 4 in the morning. I'm not usually awake till 4 in the morning, but you know what I mean. So I usually give it then like 24 hours. That's what I give it. And it creates a sense of urgency, guys. So by doing it, this is all very quick. 30 minutes is your tutorial. So to give them 24 hours to order something, I feel like is sufficient. This last one that I did, I gave a little bit longer because a lot of them wanted the waterproof mascara. So they wanted to wait until today. And I feel like that's okay. You can offer to invoice them and do it for them because it's so quick and they might get flustered and they're like, oh, well, what was that primer that you used? Where do I find that on the website? You can be like, you know what? I'll just send you an invoice. Go ahead and I'll take care of it for you. Just go ahead and give me your email address. And they're happy to do that. You can still order it under the link of the person or create a freaking profile for them, whatever you have to do. And then what I do is follow up with each of them and I'll friend request them, same type of thing that we do with the other parties. But because they're getting such a condensed view of who you are, you can keep your energy high. You can keep yourself excited. You can keep yourself interesting and entertaining, and they're going to love it. And they're like, oh my gosh, look how that coverage just went right over her face. It just, it glides on there like nothing, and it covered everything. Go ahead and color match me. Like, it's a more of an urgency thing, because when you give them a week, they're bored by day 3, just like you are. So that's really it, guys. That's that entire training condensed into about 15 minutes. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do, and do it to meet your needs. So if you think setting it up maybe a day sooner would be better for you, or maybe even a day later, that's fine too. My general rule of thumb is 2 nights before the event is when I set up the event page and have my hostess add people. Just gives them time to RSVP because you want to get the RSVPs in there before you go live. But always, always, always give something away. Like I said, it can be tiny. It can be, you know how we are. We like to win things. We like to get free things. The other one was very difficult to follow, and I understood that. So that's why I said that I would come in here and do this training, because it took me like 3 or 4 steps to watch the other one because it was so long and it was repetitive, and she was kind of trying to tell us what a meme was. And I am laying on a boppy pillow right now, yes. I just keep one of these around the house just in case. No, they're actually really comfortable. That's why I keep it. But yeah, I think that's it. So I will drop some wording for you guys, what I send to my hostesses to ask them to have a party. I will send you the message that I give them to send to their people that they've invited. And you can tweak that wording to make it your own. Just whatever it sounds. So it sounds like you, because we never want to just copy and paste. You can take the general content from it, of course, but make it sound like you, because you're talking to your friends. These are your friends that are helping you out. No, I'm not having any more kids. I could have my uterus ripped out by wolves right now, and I would be okay with that. I would be okay with that. So does anybody have any questions for me? I'm happy to answer any questions for you. So I'm going to give it a minute. It's really quiet outside of the door right now, which is kind of concerning, but Renee's downstairs, so the house isn't on fire. It's good. It's a good thing. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was helpful, but that's just my process, and that's how I've kind of taken that 30-minute party format and made it my own. But I'm telling you guys, this has been a game changer for me. Just like I said in the Zoom last night, the week-long parties, I am bored by day 3. And they probably did eat each other. Let's be honest. Wes wants to be a T-Rex when he grows up, so you never know. I get bored by day 3, and it's evident. If I go back and look at my parties, it is evident. I don't keep the momentum high at all. And that's my own fault. Let's see, this party is in person or online. I don't understand the online party thing. So this is all, I do in-person parties as well, and I'm a huge fan of those because I feel like face-to-face interaction is key in this business. But I have friends that live all over the country, and obviously I can't do a party for a friend who lives 4 or 5 states away. So doing it online is a better format. Plus, I don't have to leave my house or put on pants. So there's always that. That's a good thing. I do wear a bra because, you know, obviously I have to be presentable while live. So the way that this works online is you set up a party link, and moving forward with the new party format or rewards format, you're going to put it in your hostess's email. They will check in, and then anybody who is ordering will order from that link. Yeah, if you know what, Ashley, if you're comfortable with in-person and you have the time to be able to go and do one-on-ones or do parties in homes, girl, do it. Do you? Because I don't have that kind of time. Unfortunately, I do as many as I can, but 2 a month is really, that's my maximum. From a time perspective, and usually that's more like 1. And that's just because I have a wife with a crazy schedule and I have a full-time job and all of those things. Oh yeah, exactly. You don't need to wear real pants, just wear leggings. So for me, online just is a little bit easier. I can reach more people that way. And my goal is to spread my business wide and far. So that's how I kind of run what I'm doing. Yeah, absolutely. Whatever works best for you. That's kind of the beauty of this business, is you can do what is best for your business and what's best for your schedule, because you're your own boss. I'm not your boss. Val's not your boss. Your upline's not your boss. So do what works for you. Does anybody else have any more question about the 30-minute online format? It's literally just go live, do your face of makeup, collect the money and the friends. You're welcome. I summed up an hour and a half training in like 15 minutes. Oh, good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I could help. I will drop the wording for you guys in the comments so that you can see it. Feel free to share that with your teams. Again, make it your own. Make it sound like you, because these are your friends that you're talking to. And if you guys have any questions about this, anything specific that maybe you think of later, feel free to drop them in the comments here. I will go back and answer them, or you can just message me. I don't have a problem with you messaging me. I'm very approachable, that blue personality in me. I love to make friends, so feel free. Are you doing the numbers? What you talking about? What numbers am I doing? Oh, are you talking about the numbers to, yeah, there's nothing wrong with using a boppy. You're saying to book the actual parties? I have not. I just put out that Facebook, oh my gosh. I just put out a thing that said, a status. I'm sorry. Oh, the numbered products. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that. No, I'm not. So in the training video, that's a really great question. In the training video, the way that she explained it, if she used, say, liquid foundation for her face, she would label it and be like, if you're interested in this, this is product number 1. I feel like that looks really salesy. Really, really salesy. It's very like QVC, LuLaRoe kind of deal. I feel like that works for a clothing boutique. It doesn't work for makeup. So for me, no, I would rather people come to me and say, oh, what was it that you used on your face before your foundation, before you put the foundation on? Oh, that was primer. And that actually happened to me, where someone was like, what was it that you put on? I said, primer. Oh, well, what colors do you have? Oh, no, it's all just one color. It's clear. You don't need a different tint or anything. It makes sense with LuLaRoe. You know, it makes sense with that because you're talking about different designs and you want to make sure that you're getting the right thing. It's hard to describe some of those prints, so I get that, but liquid foundation is liquid foundation. So no, I don't use the numbers. I feel, to me, that that's very salesy and off-putting. But again, it's your call for what you think would be best. So I omitted that entire part. In fact, so much so that I forgot that was in that original training. I completely omitted it. But I generally use a lot of palette 1. That's just, yeah, that's me. I wouldn't want to sit through a party where people are like, let me behind door number 1. I have primer. It's just, it's not authentic at all. That's from my viewpoint. I haven't used the numbers because change it up time. Yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I would advise against using it, but if you think that would work better for you and that your client base would respond to that, then I won't tell you how to live your life, obviously. But for me, it's just not an option. I think it's too salesy for my peeps, if that makes sense, which it seems like most of you agree. Totally forgot about that part of the training. I skirted right past it because I was like, nah, I'm not doing numbers. I just tell people. I tell people what I'm using. I know that she was trying to make it easier by giving numbers instead of them having to remember the names of things, but I also don't go through and say, this is Moonstruck Addiction palette number 1. These are our neutral tones. I'm just like, here's your brown palette. You want your neutrals? I'm going to give you your neutrals. I only use one palette, so if they want the palette, I'm going to know what it is. They say, what did you put on your eyes? Well, eyeshadow. Like, I don't see the need for numbers, if that makes sense. Yes, you are so welcome. So I'll give you guys some wording. And again, if you have any further questions, feel free to message me or just put them below. I'm happy to answer those questions for you. But really, this has been a total game changer because you can reach far more people and be far more energetic in 30 minutes than you can be in 10 days. It's just 10 days, 7 days. It's too much. It's too much. I'm too busy. And by day 3, I don't want to post anymore. And nobody wants to listen to me anymore, honestly. So 30 minutes, they can take that. You're so welcome, guys. I hope this was helpful. Yeah, I hope this is helpful, and I hope it changes your business the way that it has mine, because I will book all of the 30-minute parties, all of them. I will book them. I'm going back through. What's cool about it is a lot of the people that have had week-long parties with me, they're like, ooh, a 30-minute, just like a tutorial where you're teaching us tips and tricks. Yeah, I'll do that. So I'm kind of able to recycle the same people, which is nice. And because I have more people participating, I'm making more friends. So what I was saying in the Zoom last night is that I have had from these 30-minute parties, people who have friend requested me. Guys, that has never happened in a 7-day party. Never has that happened to me in a 7-day party. I have to like chase people down. And then 9 times out of 10, they don't qualify for sure. And a lot of times they don't make any money at all. So I haven't made any friends, any connections, any money. What's the point? What is the point of it? So with these, it's so direct and it's so interactive that I think people really enjoy it, and you can make more connections that way. And with multi-level marketing companies, especially ours, network marketing is about making friends. You want to make as many friends as humanly possible. Like I said in the Zoom last night, adding 5 friends a day, keep the money coming your way. So do all the 30-minute parties, make all the friends, and you'll make all the money. It's as simple as that. All right, guys, I'm going to get going, and hopefully it looks like my house is not burnt down yet, so that's a good thing. So I'm going to go keep it that way, and I'm going to go snuggle my babies for a little bit, but I will drop some wording for you guys so that you can see it. Yes, doing it as a Facebook event. I have found that to be more helpful with Facebook's new having to accept yourself into a group. How often a week do you do these? So I am willing to do it as often as I can get them. I wouldn't suggest doing 2 parties in one night. That's a lot. Because you're doing a live tutorial, you'd have to like take all the makeup off and then do it again. I'm not saying it can't be done. It just would be a lot. Plus, you want to be able to focus on that one party. So I would suggest only doing 1 a night, but whatever you are capable of handling. I generally can't handle more than 2 to 3 in a week because it takes away from going live on my personal wall, since I have to go live in the event page. This isn't something where you go live on your personal wall and share it. This is an intimate event for the people that were invited to that event. So you want to keep it inside of that event page. So 3, I think, would be my tops, because then the other days I'm going live on my personal page. That would be my advice. But again, you have to do what works best for you. What works best for you? So if there aren't any more questions, I'm gonna get going. I literally like got home from work, cooked dinner, shoved food in my face, and then came up here to train you guys. So I'm gonna go like sit on the couch or something. something. All right, guys. I hope you have a wonderful night. Go book all of the 30-minute parties. I want to see, like, here's my challenge to you guys. Go out, message like 10 people. If you book any, put them in the comments here. I want to see how many you guys book. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a page from Jasmine's playbook. Are you ready? I don't know if Jasmine is still on here, but if you can book, anybody who books five parties, they can be over the course of 3 months. I don't care. Post your screenshots below of people that said yes. And then anybody who has booked 5, I will go ahead and I will raffle off some of my home stock. Look at that. Taking a play from Jasmine's playbook. There you go. I will put that, I will edit this so that I can put that in the description. Sound good? Sound good? So go book those 5 parties. I have a lot of home stock, so you just let me know what you want. I got a lot. Not Maureen a lot, but a lot. All right, guys, I will put that in the description so that everybody knows, but go book all the parties and then put the screenshots in here. I want to see 5. 5, and you're entered into the raffle. If we have a lot of people, I'll give away a couple of things. Deal? All right, guys, I love you all, and I will talk to you guys soon. Have a really wonderful night. Yeah, go book them all. Bye, guys.